Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika, and if you're new here, make sure that you hit subscribe and tap the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Oh my gosh, I am super excited about today's guest. So let me set the mood for y'all, okay? You sitting there trying to Netflix and chill with your boo, and then you decide, like, let me try to get you in the mood, boo. And so you go to your little playlist and you hit play, and then some body roll jams come on, and it's the sounds of this rich, buttery, smooth baritone. Have y'all caught the hint yet on who's joining me today? He's been in the game for more than 30 years. He just released his 22nd project. His name is Will Downing, the Prince of Sophisticated Soul. So thank you, Mr. Will Downing, for joining me. How are you today?
Wow, all of a sudden, when you get on camera, you get all proper. All of a sudden, I'm Mr. Will Downing.
Right, a minute ago, it was Negro. Hey,
yeah, Negro. Hey, yo, boy.
So, 22 albums. I mean, wow. So, I listened to Romantique. I mean, you got fancy with the Romantique, not romantic, Romantique.
I want people to think that I'm France. I can speak that France. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So tell me about that. Like, why the fancy name? And then tell me about, like, a little bit about the album, because it's Romantique Part 1. Tell us about it.
You know what? Someone always titles my projects. Because like when I say them, when I title them, they like basic. There's like songs to baritones, a tribute to baritones, and I'll play it for a woman, and they'll go, like, you couldn't think of anything more clever than that. You sing this romantic music. You always have these poignant things to say, but then when it comes to titling an album, you come up with a tribute to baritones. Like, let me hear the music, and then they heard the music, and they was like, oh my God, it's so romantic. I was like, Romantique. Let me put a flip on it, put a Q at the end. The Romantique. So
hey,
that's how it wasn't me. It didn't come from the amazing mind of Will Downing.
So why do you have two parts? I mean, because as I was listening to it, I'm in the groove, body rolling and listening to it, and then I was like, I need part 2. So tell me why the 2 parts, and when are we gonna get part 2?
I changed it. Because I changed the format of it because the way people listen to music these days has changed. I mean, people listen to an album, and this is what happens in my case. Folks hear a record, and as soon as they hear it, they immediately turn to you and say, all right, so when's the next one coming? It's like, I just did this one. Like, this is supposed to last you like a few years, and it just doesn't anymore. People listen to music and they move on to the next thing. They listen and they move on. And we spend a lot of time making these records. I mean, all artists do, I would assume. So I decided to do it in pieces. So this is a 5-song collection, songs that you know and hopefully you love, that I've remade. So as I said, the album is a tribute to baritone vocalists. And there'll be 10 songs altogether, 5 this time, and the part 2 will come out in February. Yeah, like around Valentine's Day. Okay. And then we'll put it together and have one big album.
So how did you go about picking the songs for part 1, and then can you give us a hint as to what's on part 2?
Well, to be honest with you, you could probably figure it out, at least the artist. On this one, I did a tribute to, Isaac Hayes, Johnny Hartman, Lou Rawls, and I did one of my songs over, but I did 2 Isaac Hayes songs. Mm-hmm. One originally done by the Jackson 5, Never Can Say Goodbye, and then I did another one. So you could probably name the baritone vocals. You know who's coming next: Barry White. I'm gonna do a John Lucien song. I'm doing Larry Graham. So Dim. the superstars, the folks that laid down the foundation.
Okay. I watched an interview that you did, and you mentioned that there's not a lot of baritone vocalists anymore. Why do you think that is?
I think that radio has changed. R&B itself has changed, and how people like what R&B now is not what it used to be. So now, like, it's just different. Like, there used to be a time where, like, when I was growing up, they looked like grown-ups. You know, the artists looked like grown-ups. You know, they had afros. Some of them had bad teeth. They wore glasses. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, go back and look at some of these album covers. You kind of go, huh? But, like, that was the thing at the time. And also, they sang in lower tones, a little more gruff in their voice. And now things is, like, very light and airy. And, you know, sometimes you can't find the difference between the men and the women, the way they sound. You don't know whether it's a guy or a girl.
Very true.
So, and people got used to hearing that, and it phased out baritone vocalists. So there's so few of us left. It's me, it's Gregory Porter, it's a dude named Kurt Elling. I guess Jaheim can be put in that category. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm having a hard time kind of thinking who else is, you know, represented.
I think you named all the ones that I would have named. I can't think of any either.
Right. I mean, maybe Anthony Hamilton might fit in that category just for like a styling standpoint, but anyone with a low voice? No, I mean, so, you know, I'm here to fill that void. I'm here to let, you know, folks know that, you know, we're still alive and kicking and doing what we do.
And what was his name? Like from Boys to Men, Mike from Boys to Men. Even
he quit. He quit.
Yeah, so we don't even have that.
He was like, "There's no jobs for low singing men. I quit." You know.
So on part one, you did a duet with one of my favorites, Avery Sunshine, and you two are like Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell or something with the duet. So tell me about working with her again.
It's always a pleasure. She is like, and this is no disrespect to the women that I've worked with in the past, you know, like Yamisha Paris's and Regina Bells and Michelle Farrell. No disrespect to them. I just have a kinship with this woman that is magical. And we've done, I think this is our third duet together. So I just love her voice. She almost reminds me of like a female me. So I love it. I love her humor. I love, you know, the way our voices sound together. So she was the obvious choice. And if you're thinking about the song Deja Vu, which is the song that we did together, how that falls into the tribute to baritone vocalists is that Isaac Hayes wrote that song. I don't know if a lot of people know that. Wow. Isaac Hayes wrote Deja Vu. And if you go online, you go on YouTube, there's actually a duet between Isaac Hayes and Dionne Warwick. And not many people had heard them as a duo before. So I figured I would sort of bring it back. And so I called my good friend Savory, a.k.a. Avery Sunshine.
Savory.
I call her Savory.
You and the nicknames.
Check the rhyme, yo. Check the rhyme. You.
So, are we going to get a duets album from you and Avery? I mean, you might as well.
There's not much left for me to do, so I guess. I mean, I've done a gospel album. I've done this tribute album. I've done audio novels with Lust, Love, and Lies. There ain't much left for me to do. So, yeah, why not do a duets record? I guess maybe I'll do a R&B polka record. Let's see what else can I do.
Trap music.
Will sings trap.
Now that would be interesting.
That would be not good.
So since we were talking about kind of the way that R&B has changed, what would you say that the state of R&B is now? Because, you know, so many times you hear people say R&B's dead, R&B's this, R&B's that. What do you think it is?
I don't think it's dead. I just think that it's got a new face. You know, when my parents were growing up, R&B was one thing. And I came along and I would say, "Hey, Dad, check this guy out. Check this young lady out." And they would say, "That's not singing. That ain't real singing." And, you know, now I sound like them. I hear these artists today. My daughter comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, you got to hear this guy. You got to hear this girl." I'm like, they're whispering. They ain't singing. You know, like, I don't understand it. It's not musical. To me, some of it's not musical. R&B used to be, we used to be poets. Like we find a slick way to kind of say what we were trying to say.
Right.
Now it's just sort of like, like just live and direct.
Uh-huh.
I just don't get it. Like the romance is gone. I just, it's just different. It's got a new face. So
maybe I have a career in R&B because I could whisper sing.
Yeah. You're killing me. Yes, you could probably be the next. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
So I know that one of the things that we've talked about before is that you always want to make sure that you put out timeless music.
Right.
What is the secret? What's that secret sauce that you sprinkle on it to make it timeless?
Well, I just think that you do real songs. I don't know if it's any secret. I mean, like anything that I sing, I kind of believe lyrically, and I try to bring it to life that way. So I know who I am. I know what I do well. And I try to bring that to the table. And I've been doing it like that for 30 plus years. And it hasn't done me like unbelievably bad. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just find a newer way to say it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So doubling back to the romance missing in music, because the Mofo Chronicles is all about talking about relationships and dating and the ups and downs and all that fun stuff. How do you keep the romance alive in a relationship?
Well,
this is dear Mr. Will time. The advice column.
it's tough. I mean, the crazy thing is my wife is in the same field, so that's why I'm here with the dog now. All that jingling you hear in the background, that's me and my man Code Dizzle. That's my dog Code Dizzle. So absence makes the heart grow fonder. When we're not together, when we're together, we like leave. when we're not together, it's like, hey, come back. Yeah. So it's tough. It's tough. But like I said, she's in the same field, so she understands, what it's like to live this life.
But you got to be, because you're known for singing love songs and stuff, so you got to be extra romantic, right?
You're asking the wrong Black person.
Okay.
All right, you're asking. I'm the wrong Negro to ask. You have to ask the recipient. I could be, and I think I am that guy. Am I that ultra romantic person? Probably not. We've been together and known each other for so long that some of it's kind of like commonplace.
Okay.
So, we're friends. So that's more important than anything else.
Absolutely. So you've been in the game for over 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for reminding me. Okay.
You're welcome.
I said it. Nah, you just like second the motion. Like, yeah, you've been in the game for 30 years. Like,
but it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's a great thing. I could be a greeter at Walmart. Not that there's anything wrong with that. For those who are greeters at Walmart, nothing.
What would you say is the biggest lesson that you have learned throughout your time in the industry?
The biggest lesson I've learned is, and it's in life really, is that it's not all about this. It ain't all about just one thing. It's about being well-rounded in life and enjoying life. So I do this. This is my job. And I enjoy my job, but it's not everything. So, live your life, enjoy yourself. It's been a blessing to be able to make a living doing what I dreamt of doing for a good portion of my life. And I'm grateful for that. But, it ain't everything. So, live your life.
Okay, that's good advice.
From the Book of Will.
Yes, there you go. When can we get a book with advice?
It's don't read like that. You know that. If it's a picture book, we'll be fine. I'll be fine. I thought about doing a book, and I didn't mean what I just said. I thought about doing a book. I just have to get around to it.
Okay. So, the discussion on social media, and I think we talked about this in our last interview, who the king of R&B is, but we're not gonna rehash that because we already.
Here's what's funny. I was up at a radio station. I was up at Sirius XM last week, and I'm walking through the lobby because I'm leaving, and I see these young brothers kind of sitting out there, and they got instruments, and they do live concerts up at Sirius. So I'm looking around. It's just us. So I just kind of like, I can't just walk by these young brothers and not say something. So I say, hey, what's going on, fellas? Like, I know you're about to play. Who you hitting with? They said, Jacquees. I said,
you met the king.
And that's exactly what I said. Oh, the king of R&B, huh? I said, tell him that, just tell that brother Will Downing said hi. They all looked at me like, who? Okay. All right. That is that.
Oh, goodness.
It cemented that I'm old. Who? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some Walmart greeter was in here and said,
I think his name was Will Smith, something like it. Some Will, somebody, I don't know. Will I am. I don't know. He said, hey, man.
So that brings me to my question. Who do you think the King of Baritones is?
I mean, living ever?
Ever. We know it's you, but besides you.
You got to be Pacific. You got to be Pacific.
Besides you.
For my money right now, that dude Gregory Porter is the deal. Jesus Christ. He can sing. I love his voice. I love what he's doing. I think he's immensely talented, and seeing him do what he's doing now also fueled this project that I've done. Mm-hmm. So it was a part of it as well. So yeah, that dude to me is like, yeah, he's it for me right now.
I really thought you were going to say Barry White.
I asked you living or
I said anything except you.
Barry White. I thought you meant living. In the past, yeah, Barry. He's the ultimate baritone.
Right.
So, yeah, baritone bass, actually, baritone bass. Yeah.
So let me put in my order for a remake.
Oh, wait. Okay, what you got?
Secret Garden.
Oh no.
Why?
No.
Yeah. You got this. No. Okay. Well, I'll go back to the drawing board and come back with another order later.
Yeah, no. Nah, Barry, with that song? No. No. No.
I'll let you marinate on it.
Yeah, I marinated on it. No.
Okay.
Way to bring me something else. I'll take something else.
Okay, I'll work on it. So tell people how they can get the album and when they can see you next on the road and what they can expect during a concert. Because I'm telling y'all, you want to go see this man if he comes.
Yeah. Come on. On social media, I'm Will Downing Singer on Facebook. I'm Will Downing 3 on Instagram and Twitter and all that. Excuse my cough. And you can go to my website, go to willdowning.com, and it'll tell you where I'm going to be. We have some Christmas shows or holiday shows coming up, so I'll be a little bit everywhere. Atlanta, got New York, Cincinnati. So it's a few things before the year is out. And the calendar will take you well into the new year. And we're booking 2020 right now, and it's looking pretty good. So we'll be a little bit of everywhere, this year and next.
Okay. So people can just go to your website to get the album as well?
Absolutely. Or go to iTunes, Amazon, whatever, service you use, it's there.
All right. You guys heard it. Check Will Downing out on his website, his social media. Get Romantique and get romantic with your boo.
Get romantic.
Look, like that.
Get romantic and get romantic.
Yes. Put that on a t-shirt. Thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Will Downing, Prince of Sophisticated Soul.
Thank you very much.